Hi YouTube family, a pleasant good Tuesday evening to each and every one of you. I'm on a roti spree and today I'm going to share a recipe for cassava roti, and this one here is a gluten-free recipe for all my vegetarian and non-vegetarian friends. You will absolutely love this recipe. So if you want to see how I'm making the cassava roti, stick around and let's do this together. I just peeled and chop the cassava into small pieces. You need nice cassava for this recipe. I'm gonna wash them up and I'm gonna put them in a pot to boil. I just added the cassava in some water. I'm gonna boil them until they're nice and soft and tender. So let's check on our cassava. Oh, and at the look of it alone, look at this one. They're falling apart. They're nicely cooked and very tender. I'm gonna strain this up and I will show you the next step. I just strained the cassava and they are very nice and soft. Hubby's gonna help me to mash them because when it's hot it's easier to mash. We're gonna let it set aside until it cools down before we go on to the mixture. So while my cassava is cooling down, I'm cooking up a butternut squash to go with our cassava roti. And I'm gonna add some shrimp in here, some Guyana white belly shrimp. I'm gonna quickly mash the pieces of this pumpkin or butternut squash before I add the shrimp into the dish. Butternut squash is really delicious and full with nutrients. So once in a while I like to prepare a nice butternut squash for breakfast, lunch or dinner. That's the good thing about it. You can have it with roti in the morning or for lunch, or you can even have it with some rice. The butternut squash is looking beautiful. And what I love about butternut squash, you don't have to add sugar. It's naturally sweet. And I'm gonna go in here with my Guyana white belly shrimp, and there's nothing like having a good pumpkin with some shrimp inside. It really reminds me of back home. So I'm gonna add my shrimp in there and we're gonna mix it in. We're gonna let the shrimp cook a bit because I had the shrimp already cooked and in my fridge. So we want it to mix in well and give the butternut squash a nice flavor. Yummy. These are my ingredients for my cassava roti today. I have some garlic, green and red chili, cilantro. I have 1 large onion, salt, 1 cup of freshly grated coconut, and some paprika. I'll chop the fresh ingredients up and we'll be right back with the mixing process. I'm gonna use my food processor to evenly chop all the ingredients. So after the cassava is completely cool, we're gonna go in with our paprika. And as we know, and as we all know, cassava doesn't have a flavor, it just have a plain taste like potato. So we really need to flavor it up to get a delicious finish. Salt. And I will leave all the ingredients and measurement in the description box below. I'm gonna go in with my freshly grated coconut. And this is to bind it and give it some texture. And the oiliness from the coconut will keep everything together. And now we're gonna go in with our finely chopped ingredients. And look at this. It's gonna be very nice. We wanna see those ingredients when the roti is finished. Make sure you get everything in there, and then I'm gonna go in with my hands and then give it a good mix. It looks beautiful. And again, this is my own invention, Cassava Roti, Charmin's invention. So now I have all my ingredients well incorporated. As we can see, it's looking very, very nice and well seasoned. I have here a piece of parchment paper. I'm gonna just brush it with some coconut oil. And this is to avoid sticking. But let me show you what we're doing. So we're gonna make sure we lather it well, and then now I'm gonna go in with my hands and I will put some coconut oil on my hands, and we're gonna go over to the dough and get a nice piece of the dough, like when we're making roti. We're gonna roll this off, and then we're gonna put it here, and then we want to just press it down with something flat. You can go with your hand like that, or you can use a back of a plate and get it flat like a roti. So we're gonna make sure that we fix the edges before we cook this. And then we're gonna start cooking these babies up. So I light up my middle griddle pan, and I'm just gonna brush it with some coconut oil, and we want to make sure that it's nice and hot for this cooking process.
This is gonna be so cool.
This is gonna be very, very cool. And then we'll let it steam up a little before we start cooking our cassava roti. So now we're gonna put our roti onto the griddle, and you hear that sizzling sound. We're gonna let it brown up a little on one side, and then we're gonna flip it on the other side and let it cook about 2 to 3 minutes on both sides, maybe less, and they will be ready. That's how simple it is. So we're gonna flip this one and let the other side cook. Wow, look at that. That's what we want. We want to see this nice brown color develop on both sides, and that's what's gonna give us a nice flavor on this roti. This can also be cooked on a tawa, in a frying pan, or even in your oven. So my first one is done, and I just added another one right in the back here. So what I like about this griddle, I can cook 2 at the same time, depends on the size. So we're gonna remove our first one. Wow, look how beautiful. Let me see the other side. And that's the color you're looking for. So I'm just gonna add another one here and speed up the cooking process and let them done quickly, one after the other. I'm gonna put on 2 at the same time. And all are invited today for our delicious cassava roti and some pumpkin with Guyana white belly shrimp. So I'm gonna show how I'm pressing one more. I'm gonna brush my parchment paper again with some oil. I'm gonna take my ball that I roll off, and then I'm nicely gonna flatten it with my hand. You can use any flat thing to do this, a plate or something flat, but I find that I have more control with my hands than doing it with something else. And you just want to make sure that the edges are staying together. Doesn't have to be perfect, because it's homemade and the flavor is what matters. So here is my delicious looking cassava roti. Guys, I had so much fun making this today, and I am so very happy with the way it turned out. I love the color of the roti, and to pair it up with some pumpkin and Guyana white belly shrimp, it's absolutely beautiful. This here can be eaten with mango sour, some tamarind chutney, some stewed chicken, fish curry, any vegetable of your choice. It's just beautiful, gluten-free, and very, very healthy. I have 2 birthday shout outs, and these birthday greetings are coming from Chris Sukpal. Happy birthday greetings going out to Surin Sukpal and Jean Sukpal. Birthday greetings are coming from your loving son and grandson Chris Sukpal, and from all the YouTube family and my family, we would like to wish you a happy birthday today, wishing you many more birthdays to come. Before I play it up, I have a success story to share, and Davy Gyal tried my banana fritter and she was very happy with the turnout. The picture looks beautiful and I would like to share it with you all as well. Thank you, Davy Gyal, for sharing your success story for the banana fritters with us. Remember to eat 2 for me. They look absolutely delicious. So we have taste tester Matthew tonight. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
So Matthew is going to tell us about the flavor of our cassava roti. Hold it up and let's see. In here, look how beautiful it is. And we have those coconut pieces showing in there. And he's going to let us know how he likes the cassava roti and the pumpkin or the butternut squash. Is it soft?
Yeah, it's really hot.
It's hot, yeah. So maybe you want to take a smaller piece.
Yeah.
I'm drooling. And let us know how you like the... You can try piece on its own too.
It tastes really good.
Yeah?
It's very sweet. And I didn't get to try the shrimp yet, so I'm going to try that.
The sweetness, I guess, is from the butternut squash.
Yeah. Wow, the shrimps are actually really good.
So taste a piece of the roti on its own for our viewers.
It's well seasoned, it has an amazing texture, and it's very unique.
Oh, thank you. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing soon. Until then, we would like to say stay blessed, stay safe.
Bye
for now.